Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Minnesota State Park Hiking Club Trail series. Today, we traveled to Lutsen, Minnesota to take the hiking club trail at Cascade River. Cascade River State Park was officially established in 1957. However, according to the DNR website, the park was developed far earlier in the 1930s by the CCC under the name of Cascade River State Wayside, when they developed a great deal of the trails and facilities that make up the park. The wildlife of this park is abundant, with moose, wolves, pine martens, and bears, highlighting the diverse cast of animals within the park. If you're like me, perhaps you've heard of moose, wolves, and bears. Maybe you need a little refresher on what exactly a pine marten is. A pine marten is a small mammal that belongs within the weasel family. It grows to somewhere between 30 and 24 inches and gets to a weight of about 2 pounds. They're brown, tinted with gold or yellow. Baby pine martens, like foxes, are referred to as kits. They primarily hunt mice, chipmunks, red squirrels, and insects. They are, however, omnivores, and during the summer will eat berries and nuts. Thought to be extinct in the 1950s, they made a significant resurgence, and in 1985, the state opened a limited trapping season, and their range continues to move south and west with each passing year. Humans aren't the only predators they have to worry about, as fishers, bobcats, owls, and a variety of hawks hunt them for food. The name Cascade River comes from the journey the river takes on its final 3 miles before pouring into Lake Superior. It drops a total of 900 feet within those 3 miles, over numerous waterfalls, which are visible a short distance from the trail on a wooden footbridge. The water is noticeably browner, sometimes referred to as root beer water. This is a result of the water draining out of swamps and bogs along the river filled with tannins and other decaying organic matter. It gives it its brown color. The Cascade River flows through a volcanically created chasm that deepens even now through the force of erosion. Another interesting fact is that the Superior Hiking Trail passes right through the state park, with a portion of the trail also being used for the hiking club trail. Accounting for 3.5 miles of the hiking club, this state park's trail starts by the trail center near the campground. The first little distance just gets you to the Cascade River, where it really gives you a great view and perspective of why it's called the Cascade River, when you can see visible 3 waterfalls looking straight into the chasm. It's a beautiful view and really starts the trail off really strong. The back half of the hiking club trail is more wilderness, and much less maintained than some of the other parts of the trail. Indeed, as I hiked down it, I caught up to a pair of gentlemen cautiously making their way down the trail, and when they saw me, they exclaimed, "Good! We were beginning to think we'd taken a wrong turn." The trail offshoot is difficult to spot, and I checked my map after the overlook, only to see that I'd missed it entirely and had to double back to find it. And it is quite easily missed. The trail is difficult to make out, and at times the underbrush has grown so thickly you cannot see where you're placing your feet. So be extremely cautious when descending. But while the difficulty is increased, the lesser activity on this trail gives you that higher opportunity to see wildlife. I managed to spot a small snake on my way down. I kept my eyes peeled, and once I saw some movement, but couldn't confirm if it was a deer or not, I was heavily distracted by the incredible sight of Lake Superior through the trees. It's just pretty amazing when you look up, you see blue, and you realize, that's not the sky. That's a massive lake on the horizon. Like the initial trip up the Lookout Mountains, there were also several sections of the trail on the back half where trees had been downed and the trails had been rerouted around the downed trees, likely due to the difficulty of getting equipment out here to deal with it, and the other amount of work needing to be done to repair the trails after the excessively wet spring we had. The trail is at times quite uneven, a result of the many routes that jut across the path. Even though many hikers could be accustomed to such route-filled paths, it's still a good idea to keep a mind of your footing, as a fall could make the journey back much less entertaining, or entirely terminate the hike. My favorite part of the hike is the lookout point on Lookout Mountain. It provides a breathtaking view of the surrounding forest lands towards the east and out towards Lake Superior. It's the kind of incredible view that you get every so often on a trail, and every single time it just gives you pause. It's just such an amazing view of the trees below and the crashing waves of Lake Superior. The wind pushing in a small storm made it even more spectacular feeling up there. But ultimately, it did make me cut my time short at the top, as I ensured I wanted to get, back down to the bottom before the storm came in. You don't want to be caught in the middle of a trail during a downpour. Thank you for watching, and if you like this edition of this series, let us know. And let us know which ones you'd like to see next.